Hello guys, so today I'll discuss about the second part of the classification of signal. And second part we have three types of signals. That is, both one is even and odd signal. Even and odd signal. So even and odd signal. So we have to find out the even and odd elements of the signal. So before that, we have to know what do we mean by even and odd. So even means the signal is said to be even if and only if the signal is symmetric. That is symmetric. And if not, if the signal is not symmetric or non-symmetric signal, then it is known as odd signal. Or I can say if the component is symmetric, then that component of a signal is known as even component. And if the signal component of the signal is not non-symmetric, then it is known as odd signal. So how we will know what is even a symmetric signal and what is a non-symmetric signal? So for symmetric signal, the equation should follow this equation, and this is for continuous time signal. And for discrete time signal, it must follow this equation. Okay. So now, let's take an example. That is x of t cos t plus sin t cos t plus sin t. So I have to find out the even component and odd component of the system. So see, let us say cos of t equal to x1t. Sin t cos t is x2t. And sin t is x3t. So I have to find out which component is symmetric and which component is non-symmetric. So first, let us say x1 of minus t. That is cos of minus t. So this is cos t. So this is x of t. So this is symmetric one. Symmetric one. So I can say this is even component. Okay. Now x2 of minus t. So that is sine minus t cos minus t, which will give minus sine t cos t, which is non-symmetric. So I can say this is the odd component. Okay. Next is x of 3t. So sine of minus t. So minus sine t. So this is minus of x of t. So minus of x1t and minus of x3t. So this is also non-symmetric. So this is so even component of x of t. Even component of x of t is cos t. And odd component of x of t, that is the summation of all odd components, that is x2t and x3t. So sin t cos t plus sin t. So this is how you will find out the even component and odd component of the signal. So I will move to the next category of the signal, that is energy signal and power signal. This is the very important topic in this part. Energy signal and power signal. We will get sure shot 1 or 2 questions in any kind of competitive exam related to energy and power signal. So to calculate the energy of power signal, we have to deal with some function that is given in terms of x of t or x of n in case of discrete time signal, and this is the case of continuous time signal. So if I'm saying, I'm taking the example of continuous. Okay. If we have to follow some steps to calculate the energy and power signal. So first, if x of t is the given power signal, so first I have to find out the mod of x of t. Next is I have to integrate it from minus t to t and then square the signal d. And whatever I am getting, the energy of the signal will be this much, having the limit t tends to infinity, and it is represented in joules. Okay, and for power of the signal, whatever I am getting here is divided by 2t and limit t tends to infinity, and it is represented in watt. So this is the main steps I have to follow to find out the energy as well as power of the signal. Okay. Now again I have a condition. A signal can't be an energy or power signal at a time. So if I have energy constant, I have the constant value of energy and power equal to 0, then this is known as energy signal. And if I will get value of P is constant and energy is infinite, then this is known as power signal. So after calculation, if I will get some value against E, then it is known as energy signal. And if I will get some value against P, it will say as power signal. And for your easy to understand, easy to calculation, always remember that all periodic signals are power signals and all non-periodic signals is energy signal. Okay, so very easy to remember. P for power, P for periodic. So P. Power signals are periodic, energy signals are non-periodic. So now go to the calculation part. Suppose I'm taking an example. Suppose cos 10 pi. This is the equation, and I have to solve this equation. Okay. So whatever I will do, I will follow the equation or follow the steps. So what are the steps? What are the steps? So first one is I have to make mod cos 10 pi. Okay. Next is I have to integrate this. T. Next I am going to square this 10 pi t square dt. So it will becomes minus t to t cos square 10 pi t dt. So cos square t from our basic trigonometric knowledge, that is cos square theta. What is cos square theta? Cos square theta equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So this equation can be written as half minus T2T 1 plus cos 10 theta, that means 20 pi t dt. So now we will get half minus T2T dt plus half minus T2T cos 20 pi t dt. Okay. So now from our very known mathematical equation, that is what is the equation of this integration value of this. So this is half t minus T2T, and this is cos x, that means sin x, cos x equal to sin x. Okay. So here cos nx, what will be the equation? So as you all know that its value is, what is the value? So according to the trigonometrical knowledge, that is cos ax dx. So its value is 1 by a sin ax. So this is 1 by 20 pi sin 20 pi t from minus t to t. Okay. So this value will gives you okay, due to some technical error or network issue, video is paused. So now let us say this is sin 20 pi. We will get these terms. Okay, this term. So sin 20 into pi, that means it always gives you 0. So now this equation is half t to t, that is 2t, that is 1. Okay, so now you got the powers energy, step 3, that is energy. So I am getting this one, this limit tends to t tends to infinite, so it is infinite, and power p equal to these things, that is this t by 2t, and limit t tends to infinite, so this t cancels out, so this is half. So p is constant and e is infinite. So according to my previous slide, that is p is constant and e equal to infinite, it is power signal. So I can say this signal is power signal, and you see that cos 10 pi t is nothing but a periodic signal. So always a periodic signal is a power signal. Okay, so this is how you will calculate whether the signal is periodic or whether the signal is power signal or you can say energy signal. Okay. Now I'm giving you an assignment. Find out the energy signal. That is, find out the energy signal of ramp signal. This is ramp signal. Ramp signal. Okay. So find out its energy signal as well as power signal. Find out whether the signal is energy signal or power signal. Okay. Next, I am going to the trick. In this case, cos, in previous example, cos 10 pi t. 10 pi t. So, sorry, cos 10 pi t. So in that signal, to find out this energy as well as power, you took more than I took more than 2 to 3 minutes, because there are lots of calculation. This is the integration part. I have to convert. I have to write the trigonometrical equation also. Again, trigonometrical integration also. Then I will find whether the signal is power signal or energy signal. Now, in examination purpose, whenever your time is very short and you have to answer the question in a particular time, then what will you do? There is not possible to find out all the equation or all the write down the all the equation at a particular time, because this type of questions will give you only 1 or 2 marks, 1 marks or MCQ type questions. So no need to write all the calculation part. So there is a trick part. Trick. Very carefully. Listen to this part, tricks. The tricks, in that tricks is applicable only for power signal. Okay, and or I can say that trick will applicable for periodic signal, for which we can calculate the power. So if cos pi t, so my periodic signal is a of ut sine omega t as well as a sine omega t, a cos omega t, and other one is constant value and e to the power a to the power j omega in this format. I will get in this format. So if the signal will be represented in this format, that is a into ut, a sine omega t, a cos omega t, then its power is a square by 2. And if the signal is given in this format, then it's simply a square is the power. So now this signal is in the form of a cos omega t. So what is the value of a? That is a equal to 1. So what is the power? 1 square by 2, that is half. You will see in the calculation I got half. Okay, suppose my signal is given as 5 e to the power j 2 pi t. Then what will I do? So since this is complex exponential, only exponential signal is non-periodic signal, but complex exponential signal is periodic signal. And for periodic signal, if the signal is represented in this form, this signal is represented in this form, that is a equal to 5 a e to the power j 2 pi t. So its power will be 5 square, so 25. Okay, I am saying that please try this signal. Please try to find out the power of this signal in this method. Okay, so this is the shortcut method. And after seeing the equation and after seeing the function and after verifying whether it is the periodic or non-periodic, if periodic signal, I will find the power easily. Same thing happens to discrete time signal also. And in this case, AUN sine omega n, A sine omega n, A cos omega n has the power a square by 2, whereas a constant term e to the power j omega n, a e to the power j omega n has the power a square. This is the trick. So this is all about your energy signal and power signal. Now we will move to the next classification of signal, that is causal and non-causal signal. So causal means if x of t less is equal to 0 at t less than 0, then it is called as causal signal. That means in the time scale, it has 0 value in the negative axis. So it is causal signal. If it is not equal to 0 at t less than 0, then it is called as non-causal signal. This is causal signal. Okay. That means suppose I am giving x of n equal to x of n plus x of n minus 2 plus x of n plus 3. So this is for continuous time signal, and for discrete time signal, if x of n equal to 0 at n less than 0, then it is called causal, and not equal to 0 at n less than 0, then it is called non-causal system. This is for discrete time signal. Okay. So now see, n equal to 0, it has some value, but this is n minus 2. So it has previous values. Okay. So now this signal is known as non-causal signal. Non-causal signal. Okay. That means my signal, if the signal is dependent on the past value, then the signal is known as non-causal. If the signal depends on future value or present value, then the signal is known as causal signal. Okay. So that much for today. In next class, I will discuss about system. So thank you all.